Right.
I gotta talk to you.
Don't talk to me.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the live stream on BVS Buffy the Vampire Slayer, not Batman vs. Superman. Not talking about that tonight. Make sure, if you haven't yet, check out the newest episode of the Cult Film and Review podcast, the podcast I host. It came out today. You can get it on iTunes, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. You can check that out. It was Freaked today. Fun episode to do. I believe Kyle will be on next week here live on YouTube to talk about that. So make sure you guys check that out while you're on iTunes. Please leave us a review. If you do, we will give you a shout out on our show. It's something that we do each and every week for people who leave us reviews. This week, I'm going to be honest with you, we got two to do. So make sure that you guys stick around for those when the episode comes out next week. And then let me see what else. Follow us on social media. You can follow us here on YouTube. So make sure you hit the thumbs up button for us. Like this video as much as possible. And then make sure you subscribe to the channel. And then you can follow us on Instagram at Cult Film in Review. Also on Twitter at CultFilm_review. And like I said, today we're here to talk about Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which I think the thing I'm going to start off with and kind of go into what took me off guard the most was how many people I had reach out to me, and then also how many people on the show reached out and during the episode and said that they liked the movie better than the television series, which blew my mind. I was like, what? No, this is can't. Then what? Like, and it's so weird because everything else that you read about it and all the fans of the television series really don't like the movie. I enjoyed the movie. I can separate the two. I think there's different universes for intellectual property. And that can be okay. I'm okay with different universes for intellectual property. Hey guys, thanks for joining. Who's ever in here? But that's why there can be two Ghostbusters universes. I know, controversial. Watch out, everyone. Two Ghostbusters universes. That's okay. Same thing with Buffy. There can be two universes, and I think that's a good thing. I think just more content is better, especially for a character that you might love. Hey, thank you for enjoying the podcast. I really appreciate that, and thank you for listening. Thank you for joining the cult. Brick, I believe, has been brought up several times. But I think Kyle's brought it up a couple of times, and I feel like the timing's never right for it. Is what keeps happening. So, but he says soon. He's being quiet in the room right now, but he said soon.
I fucking love that movie. It's coming soon.
He said he loves that movie. It's coming soon. You may have heard him. There is speakers on here, but but yeah, Brick will be coming soon by Kyle, and he'll be picking that not just by Kyle. Well, I'm sure we'll all be here for the episode. He might just do it himself. But yeah, I was really shocked with Buffy the Vampire Slayer and how everyone really has love for the movie, which is crazy. I thought it would be more show fans, crazy, but I was wrong. Oh, you start the loop. You just did the loop, Kyle? That's in space forever now. You too, love. Tonight's live stream is brought to you by Rain Total Body Fuel. All right? So pump up, number one. That's what you got to do.
It's not.
That's what I'm doing. No. Giving free shouts. What did you guys think of Buffy the Vampire Slayer? Let me know. Also, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button, the little like button. That really helps us out. Do that for us. It'd be great. And make sure that you subscribe if you don't already. I'd really appreciate that. Getting back into Buffy also. Let me see here. Let's go through the cast here. Paul Rubens. Amazing. That dude, he showed up on set and was just like, fuck it, y'all want to see how to act? Let me show you this. Like, I feel like he was just probably a vampire on set. Like, he's one of those He's one of those, the method actors. Like, he's just like, no, I'm like sleeping through the day. I'm gonna wake up at night. We'll shoot then. Wake me up at 9 p.m. That's my call time, please. Thank you for whoever hit the like. I appreciate that. But he's amazing in it. I guess my biggest problem is favorite Buffy episode is the one where she bangs Angel and it does a up of the goosebumps on her. Close up of the goosebumps on her ass. Well, because you can't show too much on the WB. Like you can't get too risque for the WB. You got to keep it somewhat safe. But let's all thank Sarah Michelle Gellar for that one. Who's a better Buffy? I'll put it up to you guys. Who's the better Buffy, Sarah Michelle Gellar or Christy Swanson? Who is it? Let me see. The success of What We Do in the Shadows. Do you think it's time for a Buffy the Vampire Slayer reboot? They are rebooting it, from what I understand, right? Like that's been. I feel like I've heard that rumor going around for a while. I'm pretty sure that they plan on doing a reboot. I'm interested in it. I'm always interested in more Buffy and more stories, but. Sarah Michelle Gellar all day. We got my favorite was the Halloween episode when everyone turned into their costume characters. That's right. That's when Xander turns into a soldier.
Xander kicks ass.
Dude, that's so funny. That episode is pretty good. I do like that episode. That's a great episode. Mm-hmm. It's a good episode. Good to know. Mike is down. I know, Mike. You're downstairs. That's so funny. Inside joke on the live stream. That's great. Mike's in the chat room too, guys, if you want to talk to him. So is Kyle. He's also the only one's probably not Chris because his phone's all janky. But you guys, you guys, it's this not Mike. This is not FaceTime. This is a live stream. I wanted to see the Buffy movie as a kid because I wanted to be Luke Perry. All I knew is like school, like so Luke Perry is, and Mike tells the story in the episode. It's a really good story. He tells that, and I'll tell it for him right now. He tells the story of him actually going and seeing this movie in the theater, and I guess all the girls were bothered by his little what's that called right here? It's like not a goatee, but I forgot what the fuck it's called. Soul patch. A little soul patch right here, and in the movie he shaves it off. And I guess Mike was saying when he saw this in theaters that when he shaved off the soul patch, like all the girls were like, "Oh, thank God." Like, we got Dylan back. So, I'm I'm sorry, shit patch made me lose my fucking train of thought. I had to approve that to go out, so it just made me lose my train of thought. But like he was at this time. This is peak Perry. I think we said on the episode. This is peak Perry. Perry's killing it at this time. Like I would imagine most of the budget probably went to him. Hey, Chris, can you get out, try and do a live stream? Thanks. Being kind of loud. Thanks. Chris tried to come in and be all quiet and not make any noise and then not get called out. So I had to call him out for being quiet. But yeah, no, this is peak Perry at this time. I remember my sister being obsessed with this movie, and I gotta imagine part of that had to do with Luke Perry and 90210 at the time, because I just remember I had to approve that one too. Chris is being a shit patch. I agree. As he usually is. You guys don't even know, like, I can go on, like, this is a half-hour live stream, so we probably don't have enough time, but I could literally go on with the struggles that we have weekly dealing with Chris. It is, it's insane. It's insane dealing with him. Why do you think Paul Rubens never found success as a mainstream comedic actor other than his Pee-wee character? He's been legit funny in every movie he's done, including this one. I don't know. I think that's a good question. That's a really good question. I think Paul Rubin kind of does what he wants to do, and I don't think, I don't think he takes stuff unless he wants to do it. I just see him as one of those people Also, it could be. It could be because he jerked off in a theater. But I mean, even before he did that. Like, and plus, that's a theater where that shit was allowed. Like, hey, let's be honest. Like, it was a porn theater. It wasn't like it was like fucking Harkins. Like,
I think it was a Harkins.
I think I'm pretty sure it was a Harkins.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, yeah, maybe I think it's probably what he's chosen to do. You know, rather than. I would imagine he's probably turned down. I don't know. Maybe he's hard to work with. Who knows? I mean, I'm not too familiar with the Paul Rubens circuit, but once I get into Hollywood, let me tell you guys, I'll find out for you. I'll get the scoop on Paul Rubens and see what's going on with him there.
It's like when you become president, and
Yeah.
first thing you're saying is just look up UFOs. First thing you get to Hollywood, we're gonna look up Pee Wee's career.
Hey, why aren't you guys talking to Pee Wee anymore?
I think that character is just really
Held the test of time.
no. I think it's one of those things you can't see the guy.
As anything else, because he plays the character so well.
Yeah.
That could be a thing too. Is like, yeah, maybe he does play that character so well that he is just forever. Like that's like, what's his name? God damn it.
Jason Biggs is always the guy that fucked the pie.
No, Jason Biggs is not the guy that always fucked the pie. What is it? I'm gonna blank on this, but I mean, there's a lot of people that got caught up in that. As always being like Ernest. That's who I'm trying to think of. Can't remember the actor's name. It's gonna drive me crazy. But he's, again, everybody knows him as a fucking Ernest, but he was a great actor. Like, watch him in fucking Three Ninjas, fucking Magic Mountain or whatever it is. He's a villain in that. He's great, actually. I'm not even bullshitting. He's funny in that. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's just one of the, yeah, he's played such a character that you refuse to maybe see him as other things, or people have a hard time accepting him as anything but Pee-wee. That could definitely be it. You know, that like probably what happened to Christy Swanson's career after this. Like, you just couldn't see her as anything else but Buffy. You know, so she's Buffy forever until Sarah Michelle Gellar came over and slapped her in the face and took it and ran with it. That's my 2 cents on that. But I don't know. What do you guys think of Buffy? What do you guys think of Rutger Hauer and his villainous character? We'll say in Buffy, because I think that's one of the biggest problem I have with this movie is he's such a lame villain. Like, the number 2 is a stronger character. When you have the number 2 is a stronger character, it's I don't know. It makes the main villain less threatening and not like a real villain. And also, while you're typing out your answers, make sure you guys hit the little thumbs up, like this video. It really helps us out. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, and then make sure you check out our podcast that drops every Thursday on iTunes or Spotify or wherever you get your podcast. This is Freaked. This week just came out, and Kyle will be on here next week to talk about that. Also, if you're ever in the Phoenix area, make sure you check out Phoenix Film Bar and always look for our screenings there. We do them once every other month. You just missed a hard ticket to Hawaii, unless you were there. If you were there, thank you for coming out to that. We really appreciate that. It's always fun to see everybody. And that one was fucking rowdy. That was a really crazy screening. That was a really fun screening. And I couldn't ask for a better time for that movie, because that is one of my all-time favorites, and I'm glad I got to share it with like 70 people and watch that. So I really do appreciate everybody who came out for that. Getting back into Buffy, though, what did you guys think of Rutger? What did you think of him? Yeah, we did a screening of that. We are check out our social media for that. It's usually on there. We usually post ahead of time, and then we'll say it in that. If we play the remake game, who stars in the remake of Buffy? Well, Sarah Michelle Gellar plays her mom. That's going to be, I would say, do that whole angle, you know? But, like, don't call her Buffy. Don't have, like, Sarah Michelle Gellar be Buffy. Just have her play the mom. Like,
or her aunt.
Michael Cera is Angel. Or her aunt, and she has a cat named Salem. That'd be the shit.
No, I was thinking her aunt is secretly also a Slayer.
No, because there only can be one Slayer per generation.
Well,
And
it's Buffy. It's
but once they die, once they die, then they get replaced. So,
this is a reboot.
It's a reboot.
Rules are out the window.
I mean, they did break the rules in the series too, because there was like multiple Slayers at one point because Buffy died and they like brought her back to life. So, I mean, I guess it's plausible that there could be, two Slayers, a mom and daughter combo Slayer team, but I don't know if I want to see that, Kyle. Sounds real shitty already coming out of my mouth.
Sounds like the new Halloween.
Sounds like it does. It sounds like the new Halloween. Like, we're teaming up with Grandma.
Jax is a librarian, dude.
And all they do is like they build a safe room in the kitchen, and they trap vampires down there and then blow up their house. And they have no place to live.
They have no more safe room.
They have no more safe room because they blew it up. Somehow he comes back for 2 more movies. You can't tell we're very enthusiastic about the new Halloween.
I'm trying to think who'd be a good Buffy.
John Cena as Spike, I would. Yeah, no, I agree, dude. Yeah, I know. I don't know who would be a good Buffy. Like, I feel like it would have to be an unknown. I'm going unknown. I'm auditioning until I find the right one. But spunk. It's got to have a lot of spunk.
How about the chick who plays MJ? Zoe. What's her name? Zoe.
I don't know if I see her. No. Yeah, I don't know if I see her. From Spider-Man? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know if I see her as a good Buffy. Not anything against her. I think she's a great actress, and like I love. And
she's young enough.
I love the role, and I think she's got the attitude down. Definitely.
Zendaya.
I would make Buffy a Mexican wrestler. Imagine a female Mexican wrestler in a mask and a cape, powerbombing vampires. Okay, that does sound good. I'm not gonna lie. This is how ideas get made, and this is where people should be getting them from. Is our live stream. Watch this show up in a script. Watch that show up in a fucking Buffy script somewhere. Watch it. It's gonna be the Buffy script being passed around after this live stream. Someone's going from Hollywood's gonna be jump in on this, steal that guy's idea.
Yep.
And next thing you know, we'll have Lucha Buffy.
Yeah, Buffy the Lucha Slayer.
Yeah, Buffy the Lucha Slayer. That's so sick, actually. Oh, that's a shirt. Lucha Libre Buffy Netflix remake. The chick from the end of the fucking world. Does she just kill luchadors? Just vampire luchadors, which you wouldn't think is a huge problem, but it fucking is. It's a really big problem. I think it's who we got to figure out plays is the next Giles or Donald Sutherland. What's Donald Sutherland's name in the fucking original? I can't think of it right now.
Let's just go with Giles. Who
replaces Giles? And I think
Donald Sutherland could just reprise his role. He's still
he's still going. I think we go with Gary Busey. I think I saw his book came out, recently, so he's hot right now. He's in his 70s. We go with Gary Busey.
For Benny? That's a question for Benny. Gary Busey?
Yes, Benny for Gary Busey. So basically Vampiro would be the villain of this. And any other, like Laparca probably, because he's a skeleton. So, I mean, Buffy fights demons in the show. It goes all over. So, I mean, yeah, it would be mostly luchadors, because most of them are based off of, like, some kind of demon or dragon or something. So, yeah, I mean, it would be bad for, like, AAA Mexico or CMLL. It'd be really bad for them. Or is Lucha Underground still around? I don't think Lucha Underground's still around. I'm asking Kyle like he would know. He doesn't watch wrestling. Is that where this is going? We're getting a wrestling talk, guys. You guys want to talk? You guys want to talk Roman Reigns, Undertaker versus Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre this Sunday on Extreme Rules, guys? Is that where we're going with this?
This is my cue to leave.
Huh? Let's do it. Got a lot of problems with this. Because who cares? That's what I'm saying. Not even Kyle can. See, I say it to a casual guy. Probably watched wrestling somewhat in the 90s. Yeah, a little bit. SmackDown. So you know who
I
they
didn't
are.
have cable. I had SmackDown.
You had SmackDown.
Yeah.
You had UPN.
Yep. UPN. Man.
So you probably watched what do you call it? You probably watched Undertaker then. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Back in his prime, no longer there.
My favorite was the weapons guy. What was his name?
The weapons guy.
He was known for weapon matches. He had the two little Kylie sticks.
Oh, you're
Black.
Yeah, Steve Blackman is who you're thinking of. Steve Blackman.
Was my favorite. He was whooping ass.
Yeah, AEW show is Saturday. Very excited. I keep on trying to explain AEW to non-wrestling fans and why it's such a big fucking deal, and they keep looking at me like I'm the dumbest fucking person in the world. So it's really hard for me to talk about AEW with anybody because I'm like, no, you guys don't understand. Like, this is like a big deal because these guys left and then they're starting their own company from like the ground up, and like people are jumping ship to it, and it's not like competition for WWE, but it's definitely putting them on notice. So I don't, but people don't understand like the historical significance of it, and I guess the people that are involved with it and historically why that's important, like Jim Ross and Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks and Tony Khan even himself being involved with it, and then some of the people that have behind the scenes, Dean Malenko and Billy Gunn, and like just a really good fucking team and really smart people. So I don't know. Let's see here. What does he think about that, Kyle? What do you think about penis druids?
Penis druids. I don't know what that is.
Doesn't know what penis druids are. Probably not a Joey Ryan fan.
Is this wrestling shit?
Yes. Yeah, we're still on wrestling.
Don't ask me wrestling shit. I watched it in the 90s, but never had cable, so it never took off in my life.
Never took off. Meanwhile, I have action figures. Guys, hanging up around my apartment. Not too a little humble brag right there.
Because we might have something for you.
But yeah, no, I'm very excited about AEW. I'm very excited about the show. Yeah, Saturday, I believe, Fight for the Fallen. Was it on BR Live? I think they're doing it for a live stream, which should be, it's free. Watch it. I'm just happy that guys are getting jobs, guys are getting opportunities, and there's going to be another company. Competition is always good, especially in the industry, and more people get to work. So I like that. People get to work. So I'm very happy for all of wrestling right now. It's very fun right now. We have a show coming up here August 16th, Lucha Vaz, I believe it's called. It's going to be at Sun Studios. And that's going to have some people from AAA Mexico and Lucha Underground and stuff like that. They're on there. I think Jack Evans is on the card, which I'd like to go see him and stuff like that. So I'll probably be going to that show. If you're going to that show, you may see me there. And that is, I think, is August 16th, so that should be a good time too. If you want to talk about Battle Doom, I'm down.
Dome.
Yeah, Drago. Yep. Yeah, so that's hopefully going to that show. Battle Dome. What the fuck is that? The robots?
You don't remember Battle Dome?
Is that the robots?
No, that was the show that had was it T-Money? It was like Gladiator.
Oh yes!
Remember that shit? And it had that fucking host whose voice sounded like a goddamn frog.
What the? Oh my god! I need to find that on YouTube or somewhere. I need to watch Battle. I forgot about T-Money.
T-Money, man.
T-Money. It's a fucking great name.
He dominated the fucking spinning circle thing.
Yeah, I don't think anybody beat him.
No,
because he was money.
Him and
his T-Money.
The other guy, wasn't there the angel guy that would come down in the star?
God damn, dude, I forgot about that show. That's so funny that you bring that up.
Yeah, it was Terry Crews, T-Money.
I was.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yep.
He should go back to that name. Terry Crews should go back to T-Money. I think that would be a wise choice for him. Career choice. Reinvent yourself. That's what you got to do.
Fucking funny.
Let me see. What else can we talk about, guys? We got just about 6 minutes here before I got to go and record our next episode. Rick Steiner versus T-Money. Yeah, but then he probably... I would watch... I would watch Scott Steiner versus T-Money, as long as I get that sweet Scott Steiner math. There's a very famous Scott Steiner promo about math. I'll show you it later.
Yeah.
It's fucking hysterical. But yeah, I like when people want to jump on, talk wrestling, talk movies, man. This is what we wanted to do the live stream for it to give a chance to talk to you guys and chat, get down.
I'm watching Battle Down episodes now.
Fuck, dude, you're so lucky.
Oh shit. Oh yeah, the spinning tube. I remember that shit.
Dude, it's one of my favorite promos of all time. Is that Scott Steiner fucking math promo? It is so good. It's so just ridiculous. It is amazing. Great promo. Very good. Let me see here. What else can we talk about? Does anyone want to talk about? Let's see. What episode we're doing tonight? We're doing Deadbeat at Dawn, so that will be coming out next week. If you guys have not seen that, we're giving you a jump on it right here on the live stream. You get to figure out what.
It's streaming on Shudder.
It's streaming on Shudder.
That's how I watched it.
Oh, nice. It's streaming on Shudder. Deadbeat by Dawn. You can get in on it. This is gonna be a very interesting episode. I can't wait to talk about this with the guys. This is man. Every time I think like I know I've seen movies. This podcast will pop fucking something up where I'm like, I have not seen shit. Like, I have not seen anything. It's crazy. Chris W says shitter. I don't know what that means, Chris. But thanks.
Shitter. Oh, he's in a shitter. Chris, make sure you wipe.
Yeah, what's he telling me he's pooping for? That's not care about that, Chris. What was I saying? Now you see?
You were talking about Deadbeat at Dawn and the wildness of it.
And yes,
can you bring tea?
I've yeah, again, like just so much when I'm like, yeah, dude, I've seen it all in a movie. There comes another movie where I've not seen anything. Yeah, Chris, use the shells. If you don't know how to use the shells, you're an idiot, dude. Everybody knows the 3 shells that are in there. Come on, it's not hard. Figure it out. But yeah, every once in a while there's a movie that just surprises me, and this is definitely one of them. I really appreciate you guys joining me for this live stream. We try to do this every Thursday. Like I said, next week will be Kyle. He'll be on here, so you guys can come talk to him about
not wrestling.
What movie you're talking about? Freaked. So he'll be talking about Freaked next time. So make sure that you guys join us for that. Make sure that you hit that little like button up here on the top of the screen, so that it just helps people like us more and see us more, I guess. I don't know. Just like us. And then make sure that you guys have subscribed to the channel. Check out the podcast. New episode just dropped today. Every Thursday, you can get that on iTunes or Spotify. And then make sure that you guys check out CultFilmReview.com. Please pick up a t-shirt. Help support the show any way possible. Share it with your friends. Tell your friends about it. And tune in every week. We really, really do appreciate it, guys. We appreciate everything that you guys do for us every time that you tune in. It's really important to us that you do that. And I'm just glad that we've been doing this for 4 years and it just keeps growing. So it's pretty awesome. Cody, it's your mom. Just talked to the landlord. You need to take the Scott Baio poster off of the front door. Little comedy in the chat room. And then make sure you follow us on social media, guys. Facebook, Twitter, at @cultfilm_review, Instagram, @cultfilmreview. Make sure you use the hashtag CFIR or hashtag cult member when you're posting about us, so that way we can repost it and, share you guys sharing us and sharing each other. That's what we like to do, right? And I don't know. Any other questions before I take off here? Got a couple of minutes, about 2 minutes to be exact. Any other questions? I'll wait right here in silence or crossed. Sharing is caring, and I try to share as much as possible. Thanks for joining us, though, who's ever just jumped in. I'm taking a final round of questions before I run off. Also, guys, to make sure you come out to any of our live shows. I will always have headshots available that I can sign for you and give away for $150 a piece.
Giveaway. Giveaway of the century.
Giveaway of the century for $150 a piece for those sweet headshots. Fist of the North Star live action or death? Will I take $1? Of course I'll take $1. Just for the shits and gigs of it, Chris? Yes. Fist of the North Star live action. Are you asking if I would like a live action? Did they make a live action Fist of the North Star? I thought they did. Like a long time ago.
No reboot.
I could be wrong. Mike says yes. Yeah, I thought they did. So maybe we'll review it one day on the show. Because Mike says it is great. But that's my time, guys. We got to go record this episode. I appreciate you tuning into the live stream. Next week, join it for Kyle. Kyle will be live here.
Kyle.
So make sure you tune in for Kyle. All right. See you later, guys.